Alright guys, I just want to show y'all this right here. Letter for demand. I got 5 of these printed out that I'll be going to the post office about an hour to mail these off. Now I did change it. Originally I was going to put on there I want $21,500 up front. But what I did, guys, I went and I calculated actual out-of-pocket expenses due to this arrest. I'm not calculating nominal damages or punitive damages, only actual monetary damages caused by making bond, paying a lawyer at the JP court level buying you, because at the criminal court my case was dismissed, and it further proved that our JP court in Galveston County is crooked as hell. That's the reason why the police union, Detective Rogers, wanted the city to transfer all citations out of the municipal court into the JP court, because the criminal court, okay, where they had me charged with a Class B that I beat pro se, even with the disorderly conduct, I discussed it with the district attorney in the criminal court, and the district attorney in the criminal court said if they was in charge of that case, it'd be dismissed because of lack of evidence, but it wasn't dismissed because JP court, it was filed in there, and they're crooked as hell. They was denying me exculpatory evidence, guys, okay? They was wanting to cheat me because I don't know all the rules of engagement. Well, with this case, I've been reading the rules of engagement for the last couple of months. Now, UTMB, I'm anticipating several games that they're going to play. One of what's going to be trying to deny me the evidence, just like the county and the state did, because actually they denied it to the county and the state because on that evidence, it shows them guilty of a whole lot more than just this arrest, okay? But at any rate, I digress. What I did do, because the actual out-of-pocket expenses with billable hours came to $5,728. Now, guys, I haven't had to be at work full-time for over 15 years, and I haven't been on anybody's clock for over 30. I was on my own. I was my own boss, okay? Now, I haven't really worked for anybody at all for 15 years, but for 15 years before that, I was my own boss. Now, whenever I was arrested on this bogus case right here, these lies that them cops tried to tell, I had to be on the court's clock, and that was very upsetting to me because, like I said, I ain't been on nobody else's clock. Now, with this lawsuit and everything, I might have to go back to work full-time because if they don't pay me out-of-pocket expenses, I'm going to go to court. And when they deny me my evidence, I'm going to motion the court that they be impelled to follow Rule 26 of engagement. If they fail to provide me with the evidence, then I'm going to ask the court to imply sanctions under, I believe it's Rule 34 and Rule 37. I have to go back and check my notes, okay? But I've been reading the rules of engagement, making me notes on what I plan on doing for every step that I anticipate these pricks to try to take to keep me paying me one dime. Okay, but I'm ready for them. Now, if I have to go to court and then after I file motions for them to impose sanctions under all these rules that require my evidence to be given to me, then if they still fail to provide me the evidence, I'm going to file a motion for summary judgment in the amount of $250,000 because I want nominal and punitive damages as well, not just the monetary damages it cost me. But I was in that jail for 18 hours. My wife, who had a unique ostomy wound due to the abuse of an abusive nurse from UTMB, another thing they don't want exposed, it left her ostomy wound, what I got pictures of, that required special care. It was very, very bad. She could not take care of her own ostomy wound, okay? But at any rate, guys, I'm sending a copy of this. As y'all can see, I got 5 envelopes here. All 5 of them contain the same thing. This thing is actually 16 pages long. If you put the cover sheet on there, you got 17 pages. Now, the lawsuit itself, I kind of got it written already, too. If they don't give me this 5728 by January 23rd, I am going to go file that lawsuit on Monday, January the 26th. Okay, I'm not playing. I'm done. I'm done. I don't care what happens. If I got to go to work full time, if I got to work 60 hours a week for the next 6 months, got to take it for the next year, 2 years, 5 years, but got to take it all the way to the Supreme Court and it cost me every damn thing I got, that's what I'm doing. Okay? So it's best they just pay me the $57.28 and let it go, which really, I want my punitive and nominal damages too, okay? Because it's not just me. If y'all notice, I put my wife and myself, okay? And if I read this to you, you will see after they arrested me at the time of my arrest, which the JP court only wanted to give me the police report as evidence that I could go to trial with, nothing else, okay? Yeah, they wanted to deny all the exculpatory evidence. What a piece of crap, Prosecutor Ted Mora, piece of shit. Judge Blake Apfel, a piece of shit. His daddy had a silver spoon born in his goddamn mouth because his daddy made money off of civil rights cases. Now here this guy sitting there violating civil rights because he's a prick. Okay, but at any rate, I'm fixing to go about an hour and I'm going to send this to all these individuals right here. Okay, it's going to go to Department of Legal Affairs, UTMB Health. It's going to go to the UTMB Police Department, Galveston Post, the Chief of Police, those two departments, in order to ensure delivery to all the officers involved there. There's 3 officers that are going to be involved and named in the lawsuit. In order to ensure delivery in case they no longer work for the police department, you file it through, you send it to the department, to UTMB Health, Department of Legal Affairs. And if they no longer work, the UTMB Health Department of Legal Affairs is required by state to provide the information to the servers or the federal marshals, whoever it's going to be, to ensure service to the officers, even if they no longer work for UTMB Police Department, okay? So I got one for the Department of Legal Affairs, UTMB, and one for the Chief of Police, the Chief Administrator for the UTMB Police Department, and one for each officer, and they're all going to be sent to them certified mail, return receipt requested. That'll be done this morning, January 23rd, in about an hour at about 9:30, 10 a.m., okay? Yes, I'm anticipating spending a little bit of money to send it to them, but again, I got that calculated in my billable hours, and well, I got it all written down over there. Ain't no sense in me showing you what the actual monetary damages are. Now, my pro se efforts, okay, trust me when I tell you I didn't bill nowhere near like what a lawyer bills. I billed like, basic $12, $15 an hour. And, yeah, okay. And the cost of the printer ink and the paper and all the supplies I've used. If you look at the cases that was online, you'll see all my pro se efforts, okay? The criminal case in the criminal court, what I was facing 6 months in jail for, the primary charge, was dismissed. My second appearance in court, pro se with no lawyer. All I did was file the necessary motions and provide the court with the evidence they needed, and the case was dismissed. I did the same thing in the JP court, and I fought that pro se for over 6 months, where the JP court wanted to deny me exculpatory evidence, okay? So, okay, we're going to go to jury trial. I hired a lawyer for a jury trial for $3,000. That lawyer sat with me for about 2 hours. Called that district attorney the next day and told him she wants my motion for discovery as written. And we would file a new motion for a new hearing on it because the hearing was botched because she had just been hired. And she botched it. And at that point in time, because I'd already gave case law to this prosecutor, so I had 8 cases that was almost identical to the case at hand, where I've been charged with the crime of pissing off the police, POP. Okay, that's what I was charged with actually, was POP, but they did it in the form of malicious, fictitious charges such as trespass and disorderly conduct by language. By language. And guys, here's a real kicker for you. For the disorderly conduct that has to be done in a public place, this was done in a semi-private place, a private exam room, and directed towards the police. And yes, I told that cop, fuck you. Fuck you and fuck you again. okay? Violating my God-given right to speak in my normal tone of voice. Fuck you and fuck you and fuck you again. If you ask me to leave, I will leave without resistance, but you will not, in no way, form, or fashion, tell me that I cannot speak in my own normal tone of voice that is given to me by God himself. Fuck you and fuck you again. With that, guys, I'm out. I got to go and put this one back in the envelope, and as y'all can see, there's, like I said, several pages there. With the cover sheet, it's 17 pages, okay? With that, guys, I'll see y'all on the next one. This video already been too long. So with that, I'm out.